ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांतस्वामिति नामिने नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांतस्वामिति नामिने जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्त वृंदा. Please tell the mantra loudly. Hare Krishna कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. I pay my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I express all my gratitude and also make many praises to Srila Prabhupada for giving all of us a golden opportunity to go back to Godhead. All glory to Srila Prabhupada for his wonderful devotional services to Srimati Radharani and Lord Gopinath. Please tell loudly the mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Hare Krishna, we are doing this Bhagavath Katha, the first chapter, first canto, 6th chapter, and today we are doing the 19th verse. I shall repeat the verse slowly 3 times. You repeat with me. Thereafter I shall do the narration. Didrikrasa tad aham bhuyaha pranidaya manohrudi vikamsano api napasyam aviprutta ivaturaha didrikshusu tad aham bhuyaha pranidaya manohridi viksamano api napasyam aviprita ivaturaha didrikshuhu tad aham bhuyaha pranidaya manohridi viksamano api napasyam aviprita ivaturaha didrikshtadaham bhuyah pranidaya manohridi viksamano api napasyam aviprita ivaturaha. The word to word meaning of this verse is didrikshuha, desiring to see, tat, that, aham, I, bhuyaha, again, pranidaya, having concentrated the mind, manaha, mind, Hridhi, upon the heart, Vikamsamanaha, waiting to see, Api, in spite of, Na, never, Apasyam, saw him, Avipruhu, without being satisfied, Iva, like, Aturaha, aggrieved. This is the verse told by Devarshi Narada to Vyasa Bhagavan. In the 5th chapter, he told about his previous birth. Previous birth means again not in this present creation. There are many millions of creations have taken and annihilation has taken. In the previous birth, Narada Maharshi was a maid's servant's son. He used to go along with his mother to the working place. The working place was with sages. They were working with the sages. There was no untouchability at that time. So they were working there. So, and Narada Maharshi was only just 5 or 6 years old. While, because now, even nowadays, when maids at our home, they have some small children, they bring the children to the workplace. Similarly, Narada Maharshi used to go with his mother. At that time, some other name, it's Narada. It's only present, the birth it is Narada. So, he used to go, he used to see how sages are worshipping, what they are worshipping. Like that he gained the knowledge from them. And when the sages departed to the other world, when they left this world, they went to other world. This at that time this child, he was grown, he was pure, he became a pure devotee by seeing them, how they are doing. He gained all the knowledge from them and he followed like that. And in the next birth, that is in the present creation, after complete annihilation in the present creation, he was born as a Manasa Putra of Chaturmukha Brahma. So he remembers his previous birth. We don't remember our births. We have taken many lakhs of births, but we don't remember. Now, but when we were in the mother's womb, when we were 5 months pregnancy of our mother, since that time to the time of delivery, we remember everything. All the births we remember, what good we have done, what bad we have done, and we also directly see the God. We also see the directly God, but once we delivered, we are attracted with this materialistic nature and we forget everything. We don't even know the God and we don't know our births like that. So, but Narada remembers everything because he was a pure devotee in the previous birth, that also the previous creation. So, Vyasa Maharshi in the 5th chapter, when Narada Maharshi narrated all his memories of his previous birth, he is in this 6th chapter is inquiring, how do you remember your previous birth? And Vyasa Bhagavan knows about Narada Maharshi's previous birth because Vyasa Maharshi himself is a Krishna Paramatma. He is Krishna Paramatma's incarnation. He knows, but for our sake, otherwise we would have not known all these things. For our sake, he has inquired, how do you remember all the memories? So Narada Maharshi is narrating all those things. So in this verse, Narada Maharshi is telling Vyasa Maharshi, I desire to see again that transcendental form of the word, Lord. In the previous verse, what he has told is, he could realize his own soul because he was a pure devotee. He could see his own soul as well as the supreme soul behind our Atma. Antaratma, he is Paramatma, is everywhere spread over. He is everywhere. He is spread all over. Always he is there in the Paraloka, Gola Golundana, is there in Vaikunta. Also he is there in everybody, every living being, not just human beings, every living being, whether it is ant or Chaturmukha Brahma or Radharani. He is there in everybody's heart as a super soul. So, Narada Maharshi in the previous verse told that he has seen Paramatma as well as his own soul and he wanted to see again. But despite my attempts to concentrate upon the heart with eagerness to view the form again, I could not see him anymore. See, he is a pure devotee. Narada Maharshi has such a power by just chanting Narayana mantra. He goes not only just from one planet to other planet, he also goes to one universe to other universe. One universe to other universe, there are multi-million universes in this space that we can't see. Even scientists agree. Scientists themselves, they say, this is multi-million galaxies are there. Milky Way galaxies are there and in each galaxy there are many planets are there. What we are seeing is not even 25% of our own universe. And all the multi-million universes are situated in 25% of the space. Balance 75% space is, it's nothing but Goloka Vrindavana where Krishna and Radharani are there. So, after seeing the Paramatma once, he desired to seek Paramatma, but it is not possible. For he is a pure devotee. For himself it is not, though he has so much of eagerness and devotion to God, he could not see that form again. I could not see him anymore. And thus this is why I am very much aggrieved, he says. So he is worrying about that one. Because nobody will, in Mahabharata itself, when Krishna Paramatma during his messenger, as a messenger when he went to Dhritarashtra's court and wanted to make a arrangement of friendship between Kauravas and Pandavas, when he could not succeed, and when they tried to tie him up, Duryodhana and the 100 brothers, Karna, everybody, they wanted to tie up Krishna and arrest him, put him in jail. When they tried to do that, he showed his Virat Rupa. At that time, everybody, they were scared and ran away. But Dhritarashtra, Bhishma, Vidura, Kripacharya, Vidura knows he is a devotee. He never questioned. He knows Krishna is God. So they were, nobody else questioned Krishna Paramatma. And you know what Dhritarashtra told? Everybody would seek some one boon or other boon. He said, "Oh Krishna, I've seen your form. Now you place." He has given him a divine vision. He could see that Vishwarupa. But at the end he says, "You please take away my eyes, because after this I don't want to see my children dying," he says. He could have asked for moksha, or he could have asked some arrangement between his brothers, between Pandavas and Kauravas. He did not decide all those things. Not in materialistic desires he has to express. He asked to just make the plan because he can't see the sons dying. That was his thing. So whereas here Narada Maharshi is agreed because he wanted to see the God. He wanted to see the God. Like there is no mechanical process to see the form of the Lord. There is no mechanical process to see the God. Until unless you have affection, prema, bhakti. See, the love between parents and children is matsalya prema. It's matru prema, pitru prema, all those things. Different bhratru prema between brothers. And if it is our children, we'll have it's a different cause. Bhakti is also a prema which is to the God. Bhakti is nothing different, something special. It is our affection to God. So that we need to have to see the God. Without affection, and also not only affection, we should have full faith in Him. We should surrender to Him. We should never have any desires. Desire means you can have all full desires. You can become a doctor, engineer, you can become chief minister or president, anything can become. All desires should be there. But whether it is fulfilled or unfulfilled, whether you are successful or unsuccessful, you should treat it as equally. And you should never express your asking God to give that one. God knows what to give, when to give. What to give, when to give, He knows. Like that He would definitely give us. See, like your parents, when you are a child, now also they must be helping you. So when you are a child, they used to give you the milk or food at proper time. They used to clothes. They used to provide proper space for your resting. They used to send you to schools and colleges. Like that they were doing. You never demanded anything. They were doing themselves. Similarly, we are all children of God. He is our mother and He is our father. That you should remember. The house where we are staying, it is very, very temporary. Maybe it is only for girls, it is only till they get married. Once they get married, the present house is not your house. It is your parents' house. You go to in-laws' house. That will be your house. Is it not? So, for sons also, as long as they are in that house, it is there. Otherwise, they are going away abroad nowadays. They leave their parents there, they go abroad, America, London, somewhere. So that means this house is only temporary. Otherwise, even if you stay permanently, till you live in this body. Live in this body. That means I am telling this body is not this thing. Inside, soul is the permanent thing. That cannot be killed, that cannot be burned, that cannot be drowned, it cannot be blown away. It's a very micro thing. You cannot. If you cut the tip of your hair 10,000 times, tip of the hair 10,000 times, that one part is the soul. That one part is the soul, because that soul is there in our heart. It is giving a lightning spark, life, the entire thing. And what we are thinking today, this is mine. I have done. This is my hard work. This is all ego, ahankara. But otherwise, we are not doing anything. If that Atma goes away, this body is something like, see, if animals, I think if they die, just we put them in the garbage. Similarly, otherwise we have intelligence. Whoever dies, their relatives or whoever, they take us to the cremation ground, they cremate or bury, they do that one. Otherwise, this is something like putting in a garbage. Only that Atma, that small spark, that is giving so much of all qualities, saying that this is mine, this is all wealth is I acquired it. Like that we have ahankara, proud. We should never be proud about it. Once we leave this body, even our relatives, they won't keep it. They won't keep it there. Even for 1 or 2 hours also they feel it is when we should dispose this body. They'll be thinking about, they make arrangement to dispose the body. They don't try to keep it in a house or in the locker like what we keep our wealth. So we should have affection. He is that abode. Going back to the Krishna is our original home is there. Whether there are many Vaikunthas, in each universe there are one Vaikuntha is there. Whether reaching Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavana, why it's called as moksha, salvation or liberation. That means we had many lives, lakhs of lives, not as human beings, as animals, insects, worms, like that. You, whenever one mosquito comes, you grab and kill it. But you know what's happening? We are getting some sin and you are taking 10 times birth of mosquito. N number of times, 10 times life. And if you cut some animal and eat, at that time, for few minutes you enjoy, you taste it. You taste, you cannot create that creature. Whether it is fish, hen, whatever it is, beef or whatever it is, you cannot create a creature. You cut and eat, enjoy it. But you cannot create. Into 10 times or 15 times you take that birth. Like that we have taken many lakhs of births. And God in this present human form, He has given us intelligence. And when we are in the mother's womb, we remember all the births as well as we make promises to the God who are seeing them. We say that we will follow Him. But after we are delivered, we are attracted by the nature, again we start eating everything we do as per our own wish. Whims and families we do. That should not be. You can have thousands of this thing, but ultimate goal should be moksha. We get out of this life cycle. If we go back to our own home, that is the Goloka Vrinda or any Vaikuntha, we will not take any more birth. We will not take any more birth. That is what we should achieve. While achieving for that one, you also have any number of desires. You can achieve all those things in a rightful way. Never for that one in Kali Yuga. Tapas means previously they used to do, they have long human life. In Satya Yuga it was 1 lakh years, in Treta Yuga 10,000 years, Dwapara 1,000 years. Now it is 100 years life, that also not guaranteed. So while living here in this Kali Yuga, you cannot do that tapas as previously done. But today's tapas is be honest, do not harm anyone. Anyone means not just human beings, even including animals, birds, anything. And you should not deceive or loot anybody. Be truthful. These good qualities, what you have to do is, that is itself is tapas. Not just sitting in the forest doing Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. What are so many mantras are there? Just meditating on the mantras is not tapas in the Kali Yuga. You have to be honest. You have to be helpful. You share whatever somebody needs it for a rightful purpose. So again, giving charity to beggars is also in cash is wrong. In kind, in the form of bread or biscuit or some food or some clothes to wear, like that you help. If you give them currency, what happens? They don't use it for a good purpose. They use it for intoxication, gambling, prostitution. They commit sin. If they do good, you don't get anything. But if they do the bad thing, because you have supported them, you will get that share in the sin. Their sin, you will take share. So like that, you should never help any in unrightful things. For rightful purpose, dharma purpose, you have to do. Also, if you have lot of wealth, you try to develop. You do not give. Now what government is doing is they are giving subsidies, loan waiver, all this things. That means it is misused by some people. Government is also looting. Again, from where they are giving, they are collecting taxes from others. They are redistributing. They are not giving from their pockets. Everybody they are taking from us in the form of taxes, different taxes, and they are giving it. And that is also wrong. They should develop more and more industries, more business, create employment. If you are having wealth, you do that. Like that, you don't give anybody freely. If they work hard, you pay accordingly, so they will earn. Like that you should help. And even to some institutions, many old age homes, orphans, they are there. There also what you do, you don't give anything in liquid cash. If you give liquid, again they also misuse. Nobody is properly using it. Everybody misuses. give in the form of orphans. This thing for the children, you first make an inquiry. You accordingly give them dresses, books, food grains, like that. In the way of material things, you need to help them. If you give in cash, they misuse it. Whatever sin they commit, we will be doing that. So here, just because we have see the God and we say, "Oh God, I want to see you," means He won't manifest before us. He will not appear before us. We should have devotion. We should surrender to Him. That is what here Narada Maharshi is saying. The sun rises of his own accord. So also the Lord is pleased to be present out of His causeless mercy. Whenever He wants to bless us, He would definitely will appear, whether in the dream or really or whatever it is. He will help us. He may not appear, but He would help us for our requirement. He would help us our requirement. One should simply await the opportune time and go on discharging his prescribed duty in devotion service of the Lord. This I am telling you out of my personal experience. Personal experience I am telling you. God will, whatever we are having, He might take it away. He might take it away in a different form. But again, He will also test a pure devotee. Pure devotee will test, and after testing his devotion to Him, He would grant whatever His requirement is there, He would grant. That out of personal experience I am telling you. One should simply await the appointed time and go on discharging his prescribed duty, devotions of Lord. Narada Muni thought that the Lord could be seen again by the same mechanical process. Whatever he was doing, by the same mechanical process, he thought he can see the God. But it is not a mechanical process which was successful in the first attempt, but in the spite of his utmost endeavor, he could not make the second attempt successful. Only if God wishes, He will appear. Otherwise, He will never appear. So, the Lord is completely independent of all obligations. He can simply be bound by the life of unalloyed devotion, nor is He visible or perceivable by our material senses. When He pleases, being satisfied with the sincere attempt of the devotional service, depending upon completely on the mercy of the Lord, He may be seen out of His own accord. During Dwapara Yuga, when the Goloka, I am telling about the Krishna from the Goloka Vrindana, when he appeared in Dwapara Yuga as Krishna Paramatma Himself, with all powers He appeared. At that time, He tried many times to tell who is He. He wants to give instructions. When in the childhood, when Balrama and other his friends complained that he has eaten the mud, Mother Yashoda asked him to open the mouth. When he opened, what he has shown all the universes in mouth. At that time, he thought Yashoda Mata would inquire and he would be able to tell who is He, what is He, everything. But she never inquired. She thought it's all blessings of Devatas. Devatas, something has happened. And when he lifted the Godagiri with his little finger also, at that time also like that, he accepted the offerings made by all the coward boys all around the Godagiri temple, but he never questioned, who are you? And when he danced with thousands of gopikas, every individual gopika, they never questioned, who are you? They enjoyed him. They enjoyed with him dance, but they never questioned him. That many times happened. Only when Arjuna has asked him, "Oh Krishna," during the Kurukshetra war on the first day, Krishna, I am seeing all my relatives, friends. If I start aiming my arrow, nobody will be alive. Everyone will be dead. And I will get the sin. I have to go to the hell. So please help me. What should I do? Then taking that as the reason, he made Arjuna as a nimitta. He explained the entire Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. It's not that Arjuna does not know. Arjuna is also an incarnation of Krishna. Earlier he was Krishna and Arjuna were Nara Rishis in the previous avataras. So they have incarnated in Dwapara Yuga as Arjuna and Krishna. Arjuna knows about it, everything. But just about 100 years since that time, Kurukshetra war, about only not even 100 years, about 96 years. Kali Yuga was commencing. In Kali Yuga, people are less intelligent. We don't understand anything. We are all after we follow only dishonesty. We never follow honesty. We have all selfishness, greediness will be there, all those things. So we can't understand. We don't know Sanskrit. We know we are not Sanskrit scholars. For that reason, for us to make understand, Krishna has explained the entire Bhagavath Katha to Arjuna. In Kali Yuga, what's happening is, in this nature, there are three qualities are there: Sattviga Guna, Rajasa Guna, and Tamasic Guna. We should try to possess Sattviga only. That too, we should have Shuddha Sattviga, but at least we should have Sattviga Guna, that is intelligent quality. Otherwise, what we have is Rajasic or Tamasic. That is, Rajasic is passion, Tamasic is ignorant. So, in every individual, all the three will be there. One of them will be dominating. Whichever is dominating, that type of life will be leading. If we have passion, Rasa Guna, then we'll have full of desires, but we try to get them, try to achieve them for following the Dharma path, but whereas in Tamasic, it is a different. In Tamasic Guna, what we feel jealousy about seeing others who are having wealth, and we try to kill him or fight with him. We do some deceitful, we loot the money from others, and we also harm everybody. We should not do. We should not have greediness. Selfishness should not be there. We should, when we come before the God, if you have any desires, I told you can have any number of desires. When you are before the God, you can express all the desires to be fulfilled. But it is up to the God. For appearing itself, it is up to Him to appear or not. Even for granting the desires, it is up to Him to give us or not. If we are really qualified at appropriate time, He would grant us. If you are not qualified, He will never give. Because nowadays, either after so many people, poor people, after 10th and 12th itself, they start working. Other people who after graduation or PG or some specialty, when they go for the interview, in interview they will be successful if they show their capabilities. Just having qualification certificate is not sufficient. They should also have capabilities to do. Then only they will be given. Similarly here, God, He knows we have desires, but we are qualified, we are capable of having that such thing or not. He will test everything, then if it is required, He will give. Otherwise, He will not give. And it's not that you desire today, He should give today itself. He might give you a little later, a few months later, a month later, or after a decade. It is up to Him. At a appropriate time, He would grant. Like that, it will happen. So, when even in Dwapara Yuga, when Krishna appeared and in Bhagavad Gita, He told, I am God, you surrender to me, and I will take care of your, I'll remove all your hurdles, I'll take care of you in this world, as well as I'll give you liberation. Means very few people have followed Him. No, most of them they could not follow. So Krishna thought, in Kali Yuga, people are less intelligent. Again, if I tell them I am God, nobody will believe me. So He has taken the birth as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in between Odisha and Bengal states, present Odisha and Bengal state as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And He has given us the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and He has instructed to chant this Mahamantra 64 rounds on beads containing 108 beads. And one round means you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 108 times, like that 64 rounds. But otherwise, you can see most people they are going away, because I don't blame them. Because in this Kali Yuga time we have to earn. For earning purpose, we have to go to our, whether it is college or our professional place or business place on time. Otherwise, we will be losing our pay or income. So for that purpose, we have to go. So since we have less time, at least try to do one round at home or in temple, wherever it is convenient. Remaining round, you carry the chanting bag. Even if without chanting bag also, you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra number of times. 4 rounds, it may not be possible, or we may exceed that one also. If you are continuously chanting while working, you need not renunciate any of your job or profession, business, anything. You have to do everything you are doing for the purpose of devotional service of Krishna. It's not that you are doing for something else. For the purpose of Krishna only you are doing. Thinking that one, chant His name. Wherever you are, chant His name. You glorify your parents, your upcoming children. Train them, because the life is not guaranteed and we do not know when we would leave this world. So at the end of our life, if we remember Krishna, definitely we are going to achieve moksha, liberation. So we shall chant Hare Krishna mantra 10 times now. If you are chanting, it's okay. If you are not chanting, you begin chanting of Hare Krishna mantra at least for 30 days and see, you will have a lot of peace in the mind. When mind is peaceful, whatever activities you are doing, that will be successful. If you are not, your mind is not peace, not in peaceful situation, whatever work you do, it will be unsuccessful. It will be a failure. For your success in your actions, please follow and see. And this mantra is not for just 30 days or 1 year. There is no expiry period. For all things in the in this materialistic world, for medicines also there is a 1 year or 2 year expiry thing. For food grains, like milk, it's only some 2-3 days or a week if it is kept in a cold storage. So like that, expiry dates are there. For this Mahamantra, there is no expiry date. It is complete up to our life coming to an end. Even at that time, coming to an end also, if you say Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you will be liberated. You will be liberated. So, we shall chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra today, and please remember this Bhagavath Katha every week from Tuesday to Friday. This time will be the Bhagavata in English. Again on Tuesday and Wednesday evening, we have Mahabharata in Hindi. Thursdays Ramayana in Hindi, it will be there. So, we shall chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 10 times. And for disperse for today, again meet again next week on Tuesday onwards. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Lordly please, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Swasti Pravyabhadyam Nyayena Margena Mahimeshaha Gobrahmavastu Nityam Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu Kayena Vacha Manase Indriyam Buddhyatmate Swabhavat Karomi Yajat Pasmai Narayana Sarpayami Sri Manarjan Sarvam Sri Krishna Prastu Mangalam Nitya Mangalam. Jai Sri Radha Gopinath ki, Jai Sri Jagannath Baladeva Subramai ki, Jai Sri Nasing Bhagwan ki, Jai Sri Prahlad Maharaj ki, Jai Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Jai Sri Panchatattva ki, Jai Sri Madhva Granth ki, Jai Sri Hare Krishna Mantra ki, Jai Sri Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna.